Hi, my name is Tonya. I am Canadian, but I live in Portugal, and I have retinitis pigmentosa. And I'm 57 almost, and I was diagnosed with RP when I was in my early 40s. I knew there was something going on with my sight, and as I was getting older, the tunnel vision was coming in more and more. I came to see Andy probably about 9 years ago, and he was recommended to me by another acupuncturist that I was working with, and at that time I was living in Japan, and so I came to see him, and I wasn't sure whether or not I would see a difference or not, but when I came to see him for treatments, I first came for 2 weeks, and I did 2 treatments a day, and the improvement in my peripheral vision was significant. When I first came to see him, I had very low confidence because my vision was coming in so much. I'm a teacher, so I needed my vision for my job for sure, and when I came to see him, he opened up the peripheral vision significantly. I had really good results with him, and my confidence really grew. The other thing that I noticed right away when I worked with Andy was I was better able to track objects and also find objects that I've dropped. So that's really difficult for me, and he really helped me with that. Right now, as I get older, my vision has come in more and more, but every time I see Andy, there's improvement, and we're trying to maintain the vision I have and also see if we can get a little bit of improvement every time. I come to see him right now about twice a year. There have been years where I've come 3 to 4 times. Like last year, I think I came 4 times because I wasn't able to see him during COVID. That was really hard, and that's when I noticed a real decrease in my vision because I wasn't able to see him for over 2 years. So I'm happy that I can continue on with him now. And that was not my choice not to see him. I wanted to come, but because there were so many problems with getting into countries without being vaccinated, and then even with vaccines, it was hard to get into a country. I wasn't able to see him. So now I'm back on track with him. I take his supplements as well, and I don't do the HBOT treatment only because I'm claustrophobic, so it's hard for me to do, but I wish I could do that one. And I also do his molecular hydrogen treatment, and I've just started that. And I've also bought one of his machines now, so I will continue with that home care. The other machine that I have bought from him is the ACS 3000, and that's one that I use every day at home in Portugal. So that helps me maintain my vision as well. So what I would recommend to really get to know him and to understand how knowledgeable he is to come to his evening sessions. So usually on Wednesdays, he has an evening session where, or an afternoon session where he talks through a slideshow and tells you everything about your condition, what you can do to make sure that you're doing your own work at home to make sure that your stress levels are low, you're eating properly, all of the things that you need to do to take care of your vision. So it's like a whole body approach or a whole lifestyle approach. So that's when you can really understand your condition, you can understand what you can do. Andy, at that time, can answer any of your questions, and he does. And that, I think, is the best time to really talk with Andy, because you'll get more information than you will from your doctor at home. You'll get a different approach, and it's inspiring, the research he does, in my opinion. So I would suggest those sessions are the best sessions to come to. I also know that he does a lot of online teaching. He has videos you can watch that show you, give you the best up-to-date information about all the conditions that he works with. So he's constantly trying to educate his patients. It's not just about the acupuncture, it's also about the education, and he's probably one of the most professional and researched people I've ever met about my condition. When I go to see my regular doctor, all they tell me is really about that there's no cure, and I never get any tips on what I can do to help myself. So I really value those sessions, and that's where I think people need to go to those sessions when they come to see Andy. I wasn't sure when I first came whether or not this would be helpful for me, but I think that anytime you have a medical issue, it's important that you try something different. And even if you may not believe in it or you're not sure, there's no risk in trying. Yes, it costs money, but it's about your health and your vision. And if you can even get a little bit of help, I just think, why not try something just to see if it's helpful? I would definitely recommend Andy. His success rate is very high for all different conditions. And for me, I'm glad I took the chance. And I mean, I was flying from Japan to get here to see him, and now I fly from Portugal. So it's definitely something I believe in. I believe in him, and I believe in the process.